Hello and welcome to this tutorial. Today I'm going to take you through the concrete column reinforcement using a very special tool or macro for arranging and rearranging ties and strands for a better and ease in placing rebars inside a concrete column. I'm Morris Dimba and welcome once again to this presentation, and we'll get started right away. If you take a look on the screen here, you'll be able to see a very simple column already in place. I'm assuming this is now a very simple thing to create if you've been following this channel for quite some time now. And let me just turn this by pressing Control and holding my middle button on the mouse. I'll turn this around. Now the special tool is called a column. It's called Columns Automated Reinforcement. You can also automatically reinforce your columns, concrete columns. Initially, I posted some manual reinforcement, but now I want just to show you how you can also do that automatically by using this special macro called Columns Automated Reinforcement Layout. Now to access that, just go straight to this button here, applications and component button, and type Columns Automated, and before even finish, the system will predict that and bring that macro up for you. Now let me just double click on this macro for us to access its window, so that we can access or be able to manipulate or feed our preferred measurements for the strands and the ties. Let me just double click on it. There we are. This is the window I'm talking about, and we have tabs here. We have tab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The key ones are longitudinal rebars and primary ties, and also the secondary reinforcement, but these ones we will not use them so much. And also, if you have a circular column, we can use this. Now I'll go straight to Strand Reinforcement tab. Here is a sectional view, just giving you a preview of how your rebars looks when viewed from the top. Now actually is the sectional view for the column. Now I'll go straight to longitudinal rebars. Now inside here, we'll be able to pick on the arrangement, the preferred arrangement of strands or the main bars inside or for our columns. Now if I click this drop down arrow, we'll be able to access variety of strand arrangement or main steel bar arrangement inside the column. Now let me just scroll up and start all the way. We have 4 strands here. That's one arrangement. If you prefer that, you can pick that and use that. We have 6, and we have 6 also, but twisted in another way, and we have 8 of them. We have 8 but in a different arrangement. We have also 8 but a different arrangement. We have 10 but a different arrangement. We have 8 or 10 different arrangements. So it's upon you to pick on the appropriate or the preferred column reinforcement for a particular steel main bars. Now if you go to primary ties here, we have primary ties bar tab here. Under configuration, we have a preview, and next to it we have a drop down arrow. Under this drop down arrow, just click that drop down arrow, and will be presented the variety of arrangement of ties. So it's upon you to pick the appropriate one. If I scroll up, you'll be able to see several of them, and I've gone further and picked a number of them and customized and saved them in my system, and I'll show you how to do that. And in this case, we'll just move speedily, and I'll use the customized one, the one that I customized and saved in my system, and I'll use those to show you how to automatically reinforce your concrete column. Now if you take a look on this window, I'm unable to access the far end here, because this window have stretched beyond the limits of our screen. Now we have a special tool here called Tekla Screen Controller. Tekla Screen Controller. Let me just drag it this side. This helps us in accessing a particular window or windows that stretches beyond our reach, like this one here. I'm not able to access the other part. Now to move it, let me just to move it, just click on this window and click on this drop down arrow, this arrow pointing downward. I'll be able to access the preset or the settings that I made or customize for my particular project. Now, the ones that are picked are the 2 ties with 4 legs, and 2 ties and 4 legs and another arrangement, and 3. Let me just click and load one of them. I've clicked on that. I want to load it, and you'll see a preview here. Load it. This is the one, and also we have another arrangement. If I load that, you'll be able to see a different arrangement. This one, and also if I go to 3 ties and 4 legs and load that, you'll be able to see a different arrangement. And if I go to the very last one and load it, you'll be able to see a different arrangement. Now I'll be picking this and place just a click on my column, and everything will be placed in place. Will be placed on my concrete column, and my column will be reinforced to my preference with my preferred settings. Now what we'll do, I'll be going to every setting and show you my settings, and if you intend to use similar settings, you can use that or save the same in your system and help you in creating or reinforcing a concrete column. Now the first one, let me start with the first one, the 2 legs, the 2 ties and 4 legs. The legs I'm talking about are these bands. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we should have 4 legs. We should have 4 of this, and we have 2 sets of tie, this one and this one. And the settings are what you see here. That's the 100, 200, 200, 200, and that. Perfect. Now let's use the second one, that one, and we'll load it right away. Once we've loaded it, we'll scroll up and click modify. Then we'll go straight away to our macro and click on the part we want to reinforce. This is the part we want to reinforce, and I'll go straight and turn this round by pressing Control, and it has picked the previous setting as a default. Now what I'll do, I'll press Control 2 to make everything transparent, so that we will be able to see everything happening inside our concrete column. Now let me just double click. Let me just double click on this. If I double click, you see the settings being picked and previewed on this end. And if I want to change this, I just double click on it once again and come here and click here and scroll this down, scroll this up, so that I access the far end. I've clicked right there. I've double clicked right there, and I want to change this. I'll come here and pick another setting of 2 ties and 4 legs. Click on that and click load. Once I've done that, I'll click here and scroll this up so that I can access this bottom end and click modify. You can see that picking the setting that I've highlighted. Let me click on that and turn this round. Or the same, you can press your control button and hold your middle button on the mouse. We just turn this round. Just turn this round, and we can see that clearly. You can see that. Or if I switch back to the plan view, switch back to plan view, you can see the arrangement here. Let me just close this because we don't want to use it. We'll use it later on. Now the ties I'm talking about are these ones, or the legs I'm talking about are these. This is the arrangement. This is the arrangement. And if I switch back to isometric view right here and come all the way to this end and turn this round, you can see that. We can delete this and pick on another setting. I'll come right there and pick on 3 ties and load it and click modify. 3 ties, this 1, 2 and 3, and come all the way here and invoke this macro and pick on the part we want to reinforce. I'll close it once again and I'll press Ctrl and turn this round. It has picked the previous one as a default. Now what we'll do again, we'll just double click on the column and we'll go here and close that. We'll go right here and pick on that and load it and click modify. It will pick the settings that we've just highlighted. Perfect. Now if I switch back to plan view, this is what we'll be able to see. This is what we'll be able to see. Perfect. This is automated. And just switch back to isometric view once again and go to another setting. Also, you can change the arrangement of your strands. If you come here and pick a different arrangement here, maybe you want only 4 strands and click modify, you'll have that arrangement. And also if you come here and pick on this arrangement, you'll have a different arrangement. You have that arrangement. Just switch to isometric to plan view and you can see this. We have this setting here, this tie. We have that. Let me bring it close. And the ties I'm talking about are these ones. Let me just maximize that. Just maximize that and click on this and take this aside. The ties I'm talking about, let me just press Ctrl and turn that round. The ties I'm talking about are these ones. Let me disable the assembly and come all the way and start highlighting or picking on the ties. These are the ties I'm talking about. This is the first tie I've clicked, and this and the green one I'm talking about, and this is the second tie I'm talking about. The first tie and the second tie. If I turn it round, this is how it looks. Perfect. Perfect. Let me just bring this end and come to a longitudinal rebars, and I want these to protrude up by 400. Let me enable the assembly once again and take this aside and enable the assembly. And double click on that and come all the way here and type 400, and I want that to protrude up by 400. I'll press Ctrl 4 and you can see that protrusion here. That's it. Then press Ctrl 2 and go back to transparent view. Click on that and bring this aside, this side. If I delete that and go all the way here and load another setting here, I mean 3 ties and 4 legs, and load that and take it up and click modify, apply and accept, and I'll come all the way here and click this applications and component button and click on that and click on the particular column I want to reinforce. This is the one I want to reinforce, and I can turn it around like that. Click on empty screen and double click on the reinforcement or on the rebars. I'll close this for now and close everything here and bring this side. Press Control and turn that. You can see the arrangement. Perfect. Now if you go to longitudinal rebars, this is what we're having now. We have to, if you go to primary rebars, this is what we have. We can load that and click modify. And this is what we're having now. And this is not saved in our presets. See, we have no bends. We can change that. Double click on that. Just double click on that and come all the way here and click that angle 135 and click OK, modify, and it will be able to respond to the settings you've just typed in. Now that is how to do that. And once you've done that, just double click once again for us to access the setting window. Close that and zoom out, and you can see our ties are scattered. There's no uniformity in this. We'll go straight to ties and make a uniform arrangement of 200 200 here, 200 200 here, and 200 there, and we go straight away and click modify, and everything will be uniformly arranged. Perfect. 200, not 2, not 20. That's it, and we'll turn that round, and you can see that perfectly arranged. And we can delete that once again and use a different customized setting, which is this one, and we'll populate that now to the rest of our grid. We'll load that, modify, accept, and come here and pick and invoke our command. Right click and close this, and double click on this, double click on that, and come all the way here and load our settings and modify and get the arrangement we just picked. This is the arrangement we've picked. We'll come all the way to longitudinal here, and we want some bit of protrusion of strands upward. We'll type negative 400 here, double click on that, and go straight away into here and type negative 400, and we'll give it an OK, but we'll close that for now and click modify and click on empty screen. Now we'll close this, we'll close that and press Ctrl 4, and this is what we're having. And you can just select everything right there, press Ctrl, right click and come to special copy, and we want to populate this from that spot to that spot and to that spot. Perfect. And you select everything once again and press Ctrl and deselect the grid, and we can populate these inside here, and zoom out and place another one right there. Right click and click interrupt to exit, and this is what we're having now. Right click and redraw, and that's how to use that special tool. If you have any query, please just place your comment down there. I'll be able to respond back to you. And at this spot, we'll wind up and let's meet on the next presentation. I'm Maurice Dimba, and if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and let's meet then, and bye bye.